Hey, what's up guys, Will here for GSM Arena. We got to spend some quality time with Samsung's new flagships, the Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus at the MWC. I can't wait to share with you some of our first impressions. The new Galaxies share a curved glass design that's quite similar to last year's S8. It has been refined though. The metal frame is a bit easier to grip and the phone feels more secure in the hand. Of course, the trademark curved AMOLED screen is back. The glass of the Infinity display wraps around the edges of the phone and the content spills along the sides. It boasts even smaller top and bottom bezels than last year, though the tall aspect ratio and screen diagonal are the same. The screen is 5.8 inches on the S9 and 6.2 inches on the Plus. The displays are bright, with vibrant colors. The S9 and S9 Plus also have an always-on display, so you can get useful info at a glance. The rear-mounted fingerprint reader is now in the center of the backside, easy and convenient to reach. You can now register your fingerprint easily just by swiping the sensor. The reader itself is pretty fast to unlock, but not lightning fast like some of the competition. A new option is Intelligent Scan, which uses either face or iris recognition to unlock your phone, whichever it reads first. It seems to work pretty well. As an added bonus, the iris scanner is now more inconspicuous, hidden under the glass of the top bezel. We've come to expect full waterproofing from Samsung's flagship phones, and we aren't disappointed. Storage-wise, you can choose from 64, 128, or even 256 gigs of internal memory, and it is expandable. One big improvement over the S8 is a stereo speaker setup, which uses the earpiece as a second speaker. It even brings Dolby Atmos support for 3D sound. And a 3.5mm headphone jack is included, unlike a lot of other manufacturers these days. The S9 has a 3000 mAh battery, while the S9 Plus's is 3500 mAh, both exactly the same as last year. We'll have to see how battery life has changed with the new chipset. Samsung's new flagships will ship with either a Snapdragon 845 or an Exynos 9810 chipset, depending on the market. In benchmarks, the Exynos-powered S9 has outstanding performance, scoring around 30% higher than the already impressive Galaxy S8. The S9 and S9 Plus run Samsung's user experience over Android Oreo 8.1. One cool feature they bring is AR emojis. The phone uses machine learning to create a 3D avatar of you based on a still picture. You can then use this 3D version of you to express emotions on social media. Bixby, the virtual assistant, is easy to access. It still has a dedicated button which some people still aren't fans of. This year, Bixby also offers features such as live translation powered by Google. It seems quite fast and reliable for translating on the fly. The main camera of both the S9 and S9 Plus is a 12-megapixel shooter with OIS and dual-pixel phase detection autofocus. The new chipset allows for higher-level image processing and noise reduction, and 4 times faster readout of the sensor. We shot a few daylight samples, and so far, everything looks awesome. The camera also has a variable aperture lens that can switch from f1.5 to f2.4. The wider aperture lets more light into the sensor, but the narrow aperture provides a sharper image overall. Shooting at f2.4, we got even better colors and better sharpness than the iPhone X. The major difference between the S9 and the S9 Plus is the Plus's secondary 12-megapixel telephoto camera. It has the same OIS and autofocus as the main cam. Using the telephoto zoom is simple, and zoom shots look great. The secondary camera also enables a true bokeh mode on the S9 Plus. We snapped a few, and the background blur looks quite good. Of course, we took the time to shoot a few selfies too. The S9 and S9 Plus can take 4K video at 60 FPS. It looks decent. We definitely want to play around with it a bit more. And last but not least, a cool new feature is super slow-mo video recording at 960 FPS. We saw the same in last year's Sony XZ Premium, but here automatic motion detection makes it much easier to catch the right moment. Cool, isn't it? So there you have it, our first impressions of Samsung's Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our full review, and see you next time.